More Iowans drive Chevy than any other brand, and nearly 25% of the new Chevrolets sold last year came from the Carl Auto Group. Since 1978, we've exceeded expectations with an unbeatable selection and hard work that makes us your dealer for life. Come see why Iowans trust Carl Chevrolet, with locations in Ankeny, Stewart, and Webster City.
Your dealer for life, it's the Carl way.
Searching for a home that combines a resort lifestyle with the comfort of being close to your loved ones? At Epcon Communities, we make building your dream home an easy and exciting journey. Choose the floor plan that fits your lifestyle, handpick the finishes to make it uniquely yours, and leave the rest to us. We'll handle the construction, you focus on the fun part. After closing day, your new home is all yours, ready for you to start enjoying the community, the amenities, and that special sense of belonging. Visit clarityconstruction.com for more.
When an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
My dad always said, if you take care of people, everything else takes care of itself. That promise has guided us since 1978. Since then, you've trusted us with first cars, family cars, fast cars, and the memories in between. Your journey, our promise, that's why we're here.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
And I'm already late.
Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Our phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
Oh, I love this song so much. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
One thing that has me mad that I didn't get to go to the Houston game last night, other than the environment, one of my buddies who was in line who runs the One Buzz account, he put away a quarter handle of black film, and he didn't stop. My cousin tried taking the bottle away, and he's like, no.
Like, crazy impressive, but Jesus.
He proceeded to puke it out.
Not surprised.
Yeah. Now, I would have loved to be at that game, but I don't think Andy would have had anyone to call Ankeny and whoever they DCG last night. Also, I ran into my old basketball coach there last night too, or my school's old basketball coach. Am I muted or unmuted? Muted? Okay, I'm... Jaguar basketball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Welcome to Centennial High School, the jungle as it is called, as tonight the Little Cyclones out of Ames High come storming into town to take on your Centennial Jaguars, undefeated in non-conference play. I'm Nick Metzen with you here tonight as we have about a minute to go before the announcement of our starting lineups. Ames High coming in with a record of 18-2. Their only losses against Urbandale and on the road at #1 Cedar Falls, ranked 6th in Class 4A, and well deserving of that ranking too. These two teams have a interesting history as Ames used to be in the CIML. In that time with their series with Centennial, they had a lot of back and forth. Right now, Ames leads the series 10-7. Last year's contest, they won 57-29. Ames also victors of 5 of the last 6 matchups between these two programs. Right now, Ames this season averaging victories by 17.5 points. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their last win came on December 10th of 2022, a game they won 46-34. Jaguars this year have not beaten a ranked opponent. Their head coach, Matt Delger, head coach for the Jaguars of every one of these 17 matchups between the Jaguars and the Cyclones. And he'll be coaching the 18th. And now we turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
More Iowans drive Chevy than any other brand, and nearly 25% of the new Chevrolets sold last year came from the Carl Auto Group. Since 1978, we've exceeded expectations with an unbeatable selection and hard work that makes us your dealer for life. Come see why Iowans trust Carl Chevrolet, with locations in Ankeny, Stewart, and Webster City.
Your dealer for life. It's the Carl way.
Searching for a home that combines a resort lifestyle with the comfort of being close to your loved ones? At Epcon Communities, we make building your dream home an easy and exciting journey. Choose the floor plan that fits your lifestyle, handpick the finishes to make it uniquely yours, and leave the rest to us. We'll handle the construction, you focus on the fun part. After closing day, your new home is all yours, ready for you to start enjoying the community, the amenities, and that special sense of belonging. Visit clarityconstruction.com for more.
Both teams ready to go here tonight from Centennial High School. Starting lineup is going to look a little interesting for the Jaguars as we see McLean Gorsh making the start tonight, along with Brody Prill in place of Drew Hansen and Hunter Unshee. McLean Gorsh last night against Waterloo West in that victory out in Eastern Iowa. 7 points on the night, 3 for 7 from the field, and knocking down 1 out of his three-point attempts. DJ Bijak and Luke Mitchell set in the circle for the opening tip-off as the Jaguars win it to kick things off from Centennial High School. Jaguars coming in with a record of 7-12, hoping to pull an upset tonight in search of their first ranked win this season. Casper Bauer fouled on the play. First foul of the game. This one against Max Bergeson Sutton. Just about 30 seconds into this ball game. Brody Prill dribbling into the paint. Prill blocked on the shot and rebounded by Ames. The Little Cyclones with their first trip down the court with the ball. Ames High, a team averaging 57.7 points per game this year as a team, second in the Iowa Lions North Division. 13 on the shot clock for Ames High. Under 10. The corner three look gone. Ames with 2 on the clock. They get one up and it goes down by Will Thomas. Will Thomas, the team leader in points per game for the Little Cyclones. Colby Betchen now, and the Jaguars trying to answer. Casper Bauer back to Betchen. McLean Gorsh now gonna pull a deep three, no good off the front end of the rim. And rebounded by Ames High. The Little Cyclones still with the only score of the game, and they took the shot clock all the way down to this one called a jump ball. The arrow favoring Ames. It'll stay on this end. 6:05 to go in the first quarter. 22 on the shot clock. The Little Cyclones still with the only score. Trying to drive into the paint was Will Thomas. Kuach, no good, and rebounded by the Jaguars. Brody Prill now back to McLean Gorsh. Casper Bauer around the perimeter. Here's a deep three from Mitchell. It goes down. Jaguars with their first bucket of the game and the lead. Ames now looking for the answer. They lead the Iowa Lions North Division in field goal percentage this season. Here's a drive into the paint by Kuach, and it goes down. 4-3 now, the lead in favor of Ames High. Casper Bauer taking it slow. Mitchell back to Gorsh. Gorsh thought about a three. He'll drive it in instead as it goes out of his hands, but it's out of bounds off of Ames High as Will Thomas couldn't quite keep his foot in as he tried to keep it alive. So we have McLean Gorsh to inbound for Centennial. Gorsh now trying to drive it in. Gorsh, no good as it rolled off the front end of the rim. Will Thomas now taking it back down court. 4:36 to go here in the first quarter. Ames only leading by 1. Will Thomas passing into the paint. And Brandon Johnson gets his first bucket of the night to make it a 6-3 ball game. Casper Bauer now to Prill. Gorsh, here's the three from Betchen, no good. All it did was scratch the net. Ames now with an opportunity to expand on their lead. Brandon Johnson driving in. No good is the shot, and no foul called either. Three new players come in for Ames High. They love to use their bench. Jayashawn Brooks, Moses Luth, and Messiah Jonas all checking in for Ames High in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. A fresh shot clock for the Little Cyclones as they still lead by 3. Trying to drive in is Thomas. He gets it to fall. Ames High now leading by 5. Betchen back to Casper Bauer. Luke Mitchell. Betchen. Offensive foul called. This one against Keaton Casper Bauer. His first foul of the game. Still remains 8-3. Now Ames going to take it up court a little bit because of the foul. A turnover by the Jaguars. Casper Bauer coming away with it. Luke Mitchell got his hand in the way of that pass. Luke Mitchell now. Casper Bauer had it knocked out of his hand. It'll stay on this end as it came off the hand of Ben Weiss. Brody Prill still on the floor for the Jaguars. He's now at the middle of the key. Here's the deep three from Betchen, no good. Offensive board, however, by Casper Bauer. His second chance bucket does not go down, but he is fouled on the shot, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Ben Weiss called for his first foul. Casper Bauer, 83.3% from the free throw line this season. He knocks down the first one out of 2. Drew Chris Wizard checking in now as well in place of McLean Gorsh. Casper Bauer 2 for 2 on his first trip to the free throw line tonight. He was 12 for 12 last night in the road victory at Waterloo West. He continues that consistency so far. Almost another turnover as Prill tried to snag that pass out of the air. And a foul in the interior, this one against Betchen. As Will Thomas tried driving in to the paint for a bucket. Betchen's first foul of the game and the second for the Jaguars here in this quarter. Ames High ranked 6th in Class 4A, only leading by 3 here on the road against an unranked Jaguar squad. Here's the 3. Foul called on it. Ben Weiss will go to the line to shoot 3 free throw attempts. Weiss, a player who's only 3 for 6 this season from the free throw line. Very few trips taken. And Jaguar student section yelling something to try to distract Ben Weiss, but he knocks down the first free throw out of 3. Weiss knocking down the second one out of 2. Now making it 10-5. No good on that third free throw attempt. Remains 10-5. Another substitution coming here as DJ Bijek checks back in for Brandon Johnson in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. This game with a relatively slow pace so far. Only 15 total points scored. Luke Mitchell was trying to get it to Chris Whizzer, couldn't quite. Mitchell now to Prill. Prill's shot is blocked and no foul is called. Ames now taking it the other way with 1:32 to go in the quarter. Driving into the paint, but a travel called against DJ Bijek. Jaguars getting the ball right back. Still trailing only by 5. They've been trying to keep it close. Jaguars trying to dig into this 5-point deficit as they continue to pass around the perimeter. 15 to go on the shot clock. Trying to drive in, back outside to Casper Bauer. Casper Bauer in a 2-on-1. He got it around anyway. Great effort off the glass to make it a 1-bucket game. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Centennial defense strengthening here from the start of the game. No shot there for Thomas as it couldn't fall. And a foul against the Cyclones. So this one against Messiah Jonas, his first of the night. 4th foul of the quarter against Ames High. McLean Gorsh checking in for Drew Chriswizzer. Gorsh, a player who hasn't seen the court much this season. He's had a late surgence here in the last few games here of the regular season. The final game of the regular season, in fact, on Thursday night, the 19th against Des Moines Lincoln here at Centennial High School. McLean Gorsh, as we were just mentioning him, fouled on the shot. They'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws to try to make it a 1-point game here before the end of the quarter. Gorsh missing the first free throw out of 2. Came in tonight. We actually don't have his season stat up. Didn't have any attempts in last night's game versus Waterloo West. He knocks down the second one out of 2. Ames with 1 on the shot clock here. The shot almost went in. Bouncing in and out off the rim. as we hit the end of the first quarter. Ames High leading by only 2 here in the jungle against your Ankeny Centennial Jaguars on the Centennial Digital Network, driven by Freedom Tire. Second quarter coming up after this.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Starting the second quarter as Ankeny Centennial trails by 2 against the 6th-ranked Ames Little Cyclones. Opening 3 from Gorsh, no good. And a foul will keep it on this end. We need McLean Gorsh to inbound here. So we currently work on adjusting our camera angle. Jaguars continue to circle around the perimeter. Casper Bauer now driving into the paint. No good off the glass is Casper Bauer. Ames with the rebound. Quickly down the other end. Bergeson Sutton fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Brody Brill called for his second foul of the game. Bergeson Sutton missing the first free throw out of 2. He did not go to the line at all in their 64-21 win last Friday against Ottumwa. And he misses the second one as well. It stays a 2-point game. Casper Bauer now back to Mitchell. McLean Gorsh back to the shot, no good from Betchin. And a foul call against Ames High. It'll stay on this end. DJ Bijak called for it. He was rather confused about the call for that matter, too. Or correction, it's Brandon Johnson who gets called for the foul. Messiah Jonas checking in place of Brandon Johnson right after Johnson gets called for the foul. Jaguars trying to drive into the paint. Mitchell now. Passing back out to Gorsh. Betchin. Gorsh, a jumper, no good as it's in and out. Jaguars with the rebound, however, but the Ames Little Cyclones get to it as Bijak was standing in the perfect place. And on the other end, Will Thomas gets it to fall. Jaguars now speeding up the pace here a little bit. Betchin down the corner to Gorsh. 6:20 to go in the second quarter as Centennial still trails by 4. Another turnover. Bijak swatting it out of the hands of Gorsh. Ames got right back to it. And a foul called against Will Perpich, his first foul of the game. 6 minutes to go before halftime. The jumper works for Will Thomas. A timeout taken by head coach Matt Delger of the Jaguars. I want to talk it over as they're currently facing their largest deficit of the night. And we'll take a timeout with them here as we'll be right back after this on the Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
It's a close one here at Centennial High School as the Jaguars trail 14-8 against the Little Cyclones of Ames High. Ames High leading the series 10-7. Jaguars searching for their first win since 2022 against the Little Cyclones. Foul called down in the interior against Ames High. This one against Kuach. Second against Ames High in the quarter, his first of the game. Haven't seen much from the three-point line tonight from Centennial. They focus on driving into the paint. Casper Bauer back out to Will Perpich, who's now on the floor. Here's Casper Bauer from 3, no good. The rebound by Will Thomas. And another foul down on the interior, this one against Will Perpich. His second of the game, the team's third of the quarter. That one, Mitchell coming away with it. Mitchell, the easy layup on the other end. 14-10 now the lead for Ames High. Jaguars keeping it close to at least keep the Little Cyclones on edge. Bijak passing back to Kuach. No shot foul as it was on the ground. This one against Keaton Casper Bauer, his second of the game. One more foul and we'll see Ames High going to the free throw line the rest of the quarter. Kuach off the glass. He gets it to go down as it took some time circling around on the rim. Mitchell now in the one-on-one with Kuach. An offensive foul called. This one against Luke Mitchell as he got a little bit too much in the face of DJ Bijak. Bergson Sutton and Kuach coming off the floor for Ames as they send in fresh bodies. No deep three there from Ben Weiss as he's now back on the floor. 15 on the shot clock for Ames High. Luke Mitchell jumping up there to try to block a potential shot. That one out of bounds as Ben Weiss had issues handling that pass. Drew Christwizzer checking in for Keaton Kasperbauer in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. 3:44 to go before halftime. Ames High still leading by 6. Will Perpich now trying to drive in. Perpich can't get the shot off. Here's Mitchell from 3. No good. Rebound, however, by Perpich. The putback goes down for the Jaguars. Driving quickly on the other end, Will Thomas. Foul called, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And now Colby Betchen checking in after this first free throw attempt. Will Thomas getting 2 shots here. He knocks down the first one out of 2. Brody Prill coming off the floor as Betchen comes in place. Two for 2 on that trip to the line is Thomas. Ames back to a 6-point lead. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. Jaguars still trying to keep it close here, in need of a bucket. Betchen trying to drive in, he passes back to Perpich. Perpich trying to drive in, he is fouled on his way in. This one against Messiah Jonas, his 3rd of the game already. We might see him come off the floor here, at least at some point in the next minute. Jaguars running out of time there as McLean Gorsh was not able to get the inbound in time. Correction, it's a foul against Perpich. That's his 3rd of the game. Drew Hansen now checking in. This will be the first we've seen of him tonight. He comes in place of Perpich in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Will Thomas and the Cyclones taking it slow here. 2:43 to go in the second quarter. Bijak passing back to Thomas here. Ben Weiss into Bijak. Bijak not able to get it to fall. Centennial trailing by 6. Betchen back to Christwizzer. Mitchell in the paint is fouled. That one against Messiah Jonas. Jonas with his 4th of the foul, his 4th foul of the game already. We might not see him again until in the 4th quarter. Christwizzer, the 3 no good from McLean Gorsh. Offensive board, however, is a blocked shot. Offensive foul called. Matt Dellinger not in love with that call. Christwizzer called for his first foul of the game. And Will Thomas at the line again, who was 2 for 2. Or correction, it's Ben Weiss who's at the line. We saw the second number, not the first from up here. Weiss knocking down the first free throw out of 2, making it 19-12. And 2 for 2 is Weiss on that trip to the charity stripe. Nearing the 2-minute mark here of the second quarter. Centennial now trailing by 8. Betchen with the pass to Hansen. Hansen trying to drive in. Couldn't tell if that was a shot or a pass, but it went out of bounds off of Centennial. It'll go right back to Ames High. 1:47 to go before the break. Will Thomas now. The pass into the paint to Bijak as he knocks it down. The first double-digit lead of the night for Ames High. And Matt Delger going to take a timeout to talk it over. We'll take it with him here. We'll be back shortly on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Ames High leading by 10.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
(22-12), the lead in favor of Ames High here at Centennial High School. Ames ranked 6th in Class 4A. Centennial with a record of 7-12 on the season. Casper Bauer back to the corner. Casper Bauer with 15 on the shot clock as he's trying to drive in. Got to get a shot off as it's blocked by Bijak again. Bijak tied for the team coming in tonight with 15 blocks. Centennial with Ames with 12 on the shot clock. The shot no good, rebounded by Brody Prill. McLean Gorsh on the other end has to pass back to Casper Bauer. About a 2.5 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock right now as we speak. Jaguars taking it slow here to set this up. Seven on the shot clock for Centennial. Make it 5. Gorsh trying to drive in. No good off the glass. Ames with one shot here at half court. No good as it skims the net. Ben Weiss's shot falling just short as Ames High leads at halftime 22-12 against Ankeny Centennial here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We'll be back with our quick halftime update in just a few minutes.
More Iowans drive Chevy than any other brand, and nearly 25% of the new Chevrolets sold last year came from the Carl Auto Group. Since 1978, we've exceeded expectations with an unbeatable selection and hard work that makes us your dealer for life. Come see why Iowans trust Carl Chevrolet, with locations in Ankeny, Stewart, and Webster City.
Your dealer for life. It's the Carl way.
Searching for a home that combines a resort lifestyle with the comfort of being close to your loved ones? At Epcon Communities, we make building your dream home an easy and exciting journey. Choose the floor plan that fits your lifestyle, handpick the finishes to make it uniquely yours, and leave the rest to us. We'll handle the construction, you focus on the fun part. After closing day, your new home is all yours, ready for you to start enjoying the community, the amenities, and that special sense of belonging. Visit clarityconstruction.com for more.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
My dad always said, if you take care of people, everything else takes care of itself. That promise has guided us since 1978. Since then, you've trusted us with first cars, family cars, fast cars, and the memories in between. Your journey, our promise, that's why we're here.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Halftime here from Centennial High School as the Little Cyclones of Ames High lead the Jaguars 22-12. We will take a quick look into our Sub-State 2 bracket that was released on Monday regarding the trip to the state tournament. Both Ankeny Centennial and Ames High in the same sub-state this year. Ames High, the top seed, of course, with Urbandale on the bottom half. More than likely a matchup that we could see out of those two in the regional final, which would be a rematch of a game that earlier this season Urbandale won on the road at Ames High 63-57. In order for Centennial to get that far, they'll have to start with a home win against Fort Dodge, a team that they already beat this season, doing so 63-37 on a very cold Saturday afternoon that we were on the call for. If they can beat them, they'll take on Urbandale on the road, a team that they've been swept by this season. They lost on the road 42-39 at Urbandale, and later in the season lost at home against them 39-60. Urbandale, a team who has grown significantly this season. Really a shocker and potentially a Cinderella team that we could see to make their first state tournament in quite a while. Some of the other obvious top seeds in the 8 sub-states, Dowling, top seed in sub-state 1 with Norwalk as the more than likely opponent for that sub-state championship. Waukee Northwest also being the top bid in sub-state 3. Ankeny High, who is 9-10 on the season, at least as of Monday, they are in the same sub-state as Waukee Northwest. Ankeny will take on the winner of Iowa City West and West Des Moines Valley. And for some of the other CIML teams, Waukee, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A. They got Abraham Lincoln on the bottom half of their bracket. Also involved in there, Southeast Polk, who's 7-13 on the season as of Monday when the brackets were released. And then Sub-State 7, a very eye-opening bracket as Des Moines Roosevelt and Johnston both playing pretty evenly competitive basketball. That one could be a regional final probably the closest out of the 8 in Class 4A. This week, the last week of regular season for boys ball in the state of Iowa. Girls 1A and 2A sub-state action continuing tonight all across the state, like we said, in Class 1A and 2A. With that, we'll head to break with the second half coming up after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
22-12, the lead in favor of Ames High as we get ready to start the third quarter here from Centennial High School. Both of these teams held well below their scoring averages for the first half. Ames High averaging 57.7 points per game. They were held at 22 by Ankeny Centennial in the first two quarters. And then the Jaguars averaging 47.5 this season, held to 12 in the first 16 minutes of play. Ames High starting with the ball here in the third quarter. DJ Bijek now back to Kuwach. Bijek with the slam to start the third quarter. Betchen and the Jaguars now trying to answer here. Now getting doubled up. Gorsh back to Casper Bauer in the corner. Casper Bauer back to Gorsh. 11 on the shot clock. Here's a three from Betchen. It goes down. And what better way to answer a slam dunk from Ames High than with a three to make it a single-digit deficit. Here's a tip away by Gorsh, but taken. It was knocked out of his hands by Kuwach, but it remains Centennial basketball. And a foul called against Ames before McGorsh could even get the inbound in. The third of the game against Brandon Johnson. And now, incoming is Dow Luwal in place of Brandon Johnson. Clayton Gorsh now to Casper Bauer. Jaguars continuing to circle the perimeter. Mitchell now on the one-on-one. Runchie, Casper Bauer, no good on that three. Offensive board, however, by Mitchell. Jaguars with a second chance. And a fresh shot clock for that matter, too. Betchen, he gets the second chance shot. Timeout, Ames High. Vance Downs wants to talk it over. We'll take it with them here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, as the Jaguars have cut the deficit down to 6.
More Iowans drive Chevy than any other brand, and nearly 25% of the new Chevrolets sold last year came from the Carl Auto Group. Since 1978, we've exceeded expectations with an unbeatable selection and hard work that makes us your dealer for life. Come see why Iowans trust Carl Chevrolet, with locations in Ankeny, Stewart, and Webster City.
Your dealer for life. It's the Carl way.
Excellent song choice by our in-house DJ. Danger Zone. The Jaguars on a fast roll here as they have used 2 threes here in the third quarter to cut the deficit down to 6 against the 6th ranked team in Class 4A. Kuach off the glass to answer. Colby Betchen with both of those three-point shots to cut into the deficit. He's still on the floor. Casper Bauer driving in, no good, but he's fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Just over 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Second of the game against Kuach. Casper Bauer knocking down the first free throw out of 2. Last night he was 12 for 12 against Waterloo West. Now a 6-point deficit for the Jaguars. The largest they've trailed by tonight is 12. Currently trailing by half of that. Bergson Sutton having to pass back outside. Driving in is Thomas, who cannot get it to go down. Jaguars with the defensive board, sorry. Casper Bauer from 3, no good. That one out of bounds off of Ames, and it'll stay on this end. And under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. A 3 here would be huge, making it a 1-bucket game. The jumper, however, Brody Pearl takes, and he settles for it. 26-22 now our score. Will Thomas back to Bergson Sutton. They continue to pass around the perimeter. Thomas trying to drive in again. Bijak with the lay-in. Betchen 2 for 2 from 3 in this quarter. McLean Gorsh, however, trying to drive it in himself, passing back to Prill. Kasperbauer trying to drive it in himself in a 2-on-1. He's got a pass back out. Betchen in a 1-on-1 with Thomas. Need to get a shot off. Kasperbauer getting it off in time, and it falls too. The Jaguars will just not go away. Answer after answer by both of these teams. Bijak, no good on that one. Offensive board, however, his second chance shot goes down. Brody Prill now into Mitchell in the paint. No foul called on the shot. Ames on the other end. Through the back door is Quach. And Matt Delger taking a timeout to talk it over. 30-second timeout will take it with them as Ames High leads by 8 on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
.258 to go in the third quarter as Ames High leads 32-24. Jaguars without a ranked win this season, searching for their first before postseason play. 12 on the shot clock for Centennial. Mitchell in the paint in the 1-on-1 with Bijak. He gets around him and knocks down the shot. Will Thomas driving in. He's fouled on the shot. It goes down, and he'll go to the line for the and one. Foul against Drew Chriswiser, his second of the game and the second of the quarter against Centennial. Thomas with the third best free throw shooting percentage in the Iowa Alliance North Division as he knocks down that free throw right there following his made shot that he was fouled on. Colby Betchen, no good on the other end. The rebound by Thomas. Cyclones moving quickly here. Thomas trying to drive it in again as it comes out of his hands. Chriswiser coming away with it. Kasperbauer trying to drive in against Lureth. Chriswiser turning around, the jumper no good, out of bounds off of Ames, and it'll stay on this end. The Centennial student section loving that call. Under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Still a single-digit deficit for Centennial. Luke Mitchell driving in no good. The rebound by Bijak. Ames High leading by 9 with 20 on the shot clock. Will Thomas now back to Quach as he drives in. He's fouled on the shot, and he'll go to line again. Back-to-back fouled while made shots for Ames High. And Quach with a chance to make it the second straight and one free throw for Ames High. And he does exactly that. Minute to go in the third quarter. Ames High leading by 12. Casper Bauer back to Betchen. Betchen has had the 2 3-point shots. That one off of Ames. It'll stay on this end. Just looking rather sloppy there on the way into the paint. Betchen didn't have the look from 3. However, Chris Whizzer cannot knock it down. An over-the-back foul called against Brody Prill. McLean Gorsh checking in place of Prill. Prill now at 4 fouls in the game. Might not see very much of him in the rest of the game. Will Purpich now checking in for Luke Mitchell in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Less than a half-second separation between the game clock and the shot clock. Ames, if they want, can take the last shot of the quarter. And it looks like that might be their strategy here as Will Thomas is taking his time. Thomas now skidding around. Here's the 3. He knocks it down. 41-26 through 3 quarters. Ames now on a surge as they lead 41-26. We'll be back with the 4th quarter on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
Welcome back to Jaguar basketball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Ames High leading 15 by 15 for that matter, as Ankeny Centennial gets ready to start with the ball in the 4th quarter. Less than 8 minutes to go. Jaguars without a ranked win this season. They'd love to change that narrative tonight. And a foul called on the shot as Keaton Kasperbauer will head to the line to shoot 2. And that foul against number 20, Moses Lewis, as his first foul of the game. He has not been on the court very much. Kasperbauer knocking down the first free throw out of 2, and McLean Gorsh coming back on the court in place of Drew Chriswizzer in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. And 2 for 2 on that trip is Kasperbauer to make it 41-28. Ames High with only 2 losses on the season, all in non-conference play. Ankeny Centennial, meanwhile, undefeated in conference play. The Little Cyclones adding to their tally. DJ Bijak knocking it down for the Little Cyclones. McLean Gorsh with the mid-range jumper, no good. Purpich, however, with the rebound, and he is fouled on it. This foul against Will Thomas against the Cyclones. And now Brandon Johnson with 4 fouls checking in for DJ Bijak. Betchin trying to drive in. Mitchell from three, gets it to go. 12-point lead now for Ames High, under 7 minutes to go. Will Thomas taking it slowly here. Kuach driving in for the answer. Casper Bauer back to Mitchell. He knocked down the previous three. In the corner is Gorsh. He knocks one down himself. Back-to-back threes on back-to-back trips for the Jaguars. Quach, back to Johnson. Will Thomas trying to drive in. Thomas off the glass and good. Casper Bauer trying to drive through the lane. Off the glass and good. And the scoring has picked up here for both teams in the fourth quarter. 47-63 the score. Thomas in a one-on-one with Betchin. Moses Lewith here. Back to Thomas. Defense now being fully imposed by Centennial. 8 on the shot clock for Ames High. Thomas trying to drive in. No shot off, but the foul against Centennial. It's against Colby Betchin, his second of the game. And now Brody Pearl checking in place of Will Perpich in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Jaguars still trailing by 11. A steal from McLean Gorsh. He got his hand up on that pass. Here's the three. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Stolen away again. And no foul called either. Luke Mitchell dodging it. Here's the three. Good! Gorsh has the momentum rocking here. Betchin the one-on-one. Timeout taken by head coach Vance Downs of Ames High. An 8-point difference between the Little Cyclones and the Jaguars. A full timeout taken. We'll take it with them here as Centennial has momentum on the Centennial Digital Network, driven by Freedom Tire.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
3-point shooting has gotten red hot here for Centennial in the fourth quarter as they've cut the deficit down to 8 with a handful of corner threes all spread out on their roster. Centennial still searching for their first ranked win this season. They're 7-12. A lot of losses against ranked opponents, mainly in conference play against the teams of Waukee Northwest, Waukee, and Dowling Catholic. Will Thomas recovering from that issue there, handling the ball. Kuach driving in, no good, and rebounded by Gorsh. Ankeny Centennial trying to cut it down to the smallest deficit of the quarter. Casper Bauer back to Betchen. Betchen has had his luck from three so far in the fourth. Trying to find the look there from three that they need. Brody Prill with 5 on the shot clock. Foul called against Ames. Will Thomas, his second of the game. Clayton Gorsh down to inbound for Centennial. Still trailing by 8. Gorsh's 3 look faded away. Kept in bounds. Casper Bauer, he lost his 3 look as well. Betchen trying to drive it in. Foul, correction, no foul called. They'll stay on this end, however, as it is out of bounds off of Ames. Casper Bauer driving in. Turnaround shot goes down. 47-41. And another timeout taken. And once again, we will take it with him here as Centennials cut the deficit to 6 on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected, which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
There was magic brewing last night at Hilton Coliseum as Iowa State took down second-ranked Houston in their second top 10 win in the 3-day stretch. Ames High out of the same city might be finding themselves on the opposite side of the story as they only lead by 6 here on the road at Ankeny Centennial High School. Ames ranked 6th in Class 4A, trying to avoid their 3rd loss of the season. And a foul called against Ames, against Will Thomas, his 3rd of the game. And it was pretty hard to miss, too. Luke Mitchell going to wipe up that spot on the floor just to get the slip out of it. Don't have much for student managers here at the 4A level. Sometimes the players got to clean the floor themselves. As we take a sec to just get reset here. Under 3 minutes to go. Centennial trailing by 6. You start to get the feeling that Centennial might have something brewing here. They've knocked down a lot of threes here in the 4th quarter. They continue to circle the perimeter. That one no good from Clayton Gorsh as DJ Bijak gets the rebound. 2:30 to go now in the 4th quarter. Ben Weiss passing now back off to Thomas. Will Thomas in a one-on-one with Betchen. 10 on the shot clock for Ames High. Will Thomas into the corner. That one goes down off the hands of Quach. A highly needed bucket for Ames High to make it a 3-bucket ball game. Mitchell from 3, gets it! 5-point game. Ames High on the ropes here. The clock continuing to wind down, minute and a half to go. They've done good about sharing the scoring distribution throughout the roster here. A foul called against Brody Prill. Prill called for his 5th, and he'll be sitting out the rest of the game as Drew Christwizzer will check in for him in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Head coach Matt Delger giving instructions to his team here. Crunch time now as we have 1:20 left. Another foul called. That one against Betchen. That one his 3rd of the game. And another fresh shot clock for Ames High. And this could be costly for Centennial. So it looks like they might actually be playing the free throw game here as Ames has 4 fouls now. 30-second timeout will actually keep it here. Right now, Centennial only trailing by 5. They don't necessarily need to make them shoot free throws yet, but they do need a couple of buckets to fall. The 3-point line has been their luck here in the 4th quarter. They've had 3 very crucial 3-point shots that have fallen that have made this game as close as it is. Like we said, there was magic last night at Hilton Coliseum in favor of Iowa State. Ames High on the other end trying to dodge any potential magic here caused at Centennial. Ben Weiss now back to Quach. Ames High trying to use as much clock as they can. Centennial choosing not to foul here. 15 to go on the shot clock. Will Thomas back to Bijek. Thomas with 6 on the shot clock. No good. That one out of bounds off of Ames High as Ben Weiss couldn't quite recover it. 44.2 to go. Ankeny Centennial's got to score quickly here. They got to leave at least 35 seconds on the shot clock. Christwizzer, jump ball called. And it belongs to Ames High, which will turn the shot clock off. Which now means that Ankeny Centennial will have to foul if they want a chance of winning this one. Before they get the chance, Vance Downs going to take a timeout for Ames High, his 2nd of the game, and will take it with them as Ames leads 49-44 on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Five-point game here with under 35 seconds, 32 to be exact. Ankeny Centennial searching for their first ranked win of the season. Ames High trying to avoid their third loss of the season. That's the foul from Betchen. It is his fourth of the game. 1 second leaking off the game clock. And now Ames High will go to the correction. Centennial needs to foul one more time. We were looking at Ames' foul count, not Centennial's. Continue to clean up the floor here as another slick spot found. .31 seconds to go in the ball game. Centennial trailing by 5. And that is the foul that will send Ames to the free throw line. Will Perpich getting set to check in. Perpich coming in place of Colby Betchen, as Betchen gets called for his 5th foul. Bergeson Sutton coming in for Ames High. Will Thomas at the free throw line, 3rd in the conference in free throw shooting percentage. He knocks down the first one out of 2. All important free throw coming here to make it a 3-bucket game. Missed the second one. It stays a 6-point game here. Centennial in need of a 3. They've hit 3 key ones here in this quarter. Gorsh fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. This one against Moses Lewis. So Lewis called for his 2nd foul of the game. Gorsh missing the first free throw out of 2. Gorsh with opposite looking basketball shoes on his feet. Up in purple and gold. 20.6 to go. That one out of bounds. Called off of Centennial. The student section not in love with that call, and neither is head coach Matt Delger. Timeout, Ames. A full timeout called by Vance Downs. Will take it with him as Centennial trails by 5 on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
50-45 the score here as Ames High seeking to avoid an upset on the road at the Jungle. That is Centennial High School. 18.4 on the shot clock. Ames High with the record of 18-2. They'd love to leave with a record of 19-2. And a missed foul on the higher end of the court. Centennial student section in utter confusion of how the refs didn't call it. So Luke Mitchell assessed with his second foul of the game, and Will Thomas will go to the line. Thomas missing the first free throw out of 2. He's the team leader in free throw percentage coming into tonight. He makes the second one out of 2 to make it 51-45. Centennial in need of a quick score here. Casper Bauer trying to drive in. Cannot get it to fall. Ames High coming away with it. And there's the foul. McLean Gorsh getting called for it. 1.6 to go on the clock. Gorsh called for his first foul of the game. Ben Weiss at the free throw line this time for Ames High. He knocks down the first one out of 2. Ben Weiss came into tonight only shooting 6 free throw attempts. He misses that one. The full court heaver, no good for Centennial, as Ames High avoids the upset at Centennial High School, winning 52-45. It was a close one that went down to the wire, but in the end, Centennial just short of notching their first ranked win of the season. And despite the loss, we still thank you for tuning in to Jaguar Basketball on Centennial Digital, as always driven by Freedom Tire. The regular season finale on Thursday night against Des Moines Lincoln here at Centennial High School. With that being said, have a great night, everyone. Take care.
More Iowans drive Chevy than any other brand, and nearly 25% of the new Chevrolets sold last year came from the Carl Auto Group. Since 1978, we've exceeded expectations with an unbeatable selection and hard work that makes us your dealer for life. Come see why Iowans trust Carl Chevrolet, with locations in Ankeny, Stewart, and Webster City.
Your dealer for life. It's the Carl way.